formed in a dough. Then you take it out afterwards. Lower part. Yeah, 15 is nothing. For Georgian men, 15 is nothing. I personally eat that with cheese with meat more than I was supposed to. I was not planning to eat it. Happened by accident. So it's a rough translation. Sheva Majama is not translated in any other language perfectly, but a rough translation is that I accidentally ate it. Exactly. Very should you be too. With just cheese. So layer of dough, cheese, layer of dough, cheese, layer of dough. Amazing. What you're gonna find in the pastry shops is just Georgian.
It's quite salty.
They eat the whole thing. Like a mozzarella. You eat the whole thing. Similar to mozzarella. URI. Lazuri?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's also Lazati is another region in Georgia, and that's pastry, which is coming from that region. Also, let's talk about Georgian language. Georgian language is not similar to any other language in the world, as you have noticed. It is which alphabet are protected by any other alphabet in the world. In our alphabet, currently, we have 33 letters. Maybe it goes all the way back. We also have some very unusual sounds. I have heard this, and if I'm not mistaken, in Indonesian.
Oh.
No other language that I know. Frog is quacking in the water. That in Georgian is bagari, skalshi, ineps. That sound that you hear is all sound, ineps. But it's phonetic.
Wow.
It's unique.
Georgian word.
Patrachi, okay, that's
It's called Abkhazur.
from Abkhazia.
Oh, okay. That's what
Very interesting. Yes, we are going to say genders. No matter whether you want to say he, she, or it, you just say is. And the word is not gender specific, so you could be referring to a boy, girl, or a cat.
Is that City Hall?
That is actually, now it's used as City Hall, it's Gori's administrative center. It was created on the hall.
Yeah.
Nowadays, most of the offices there are closed.
So we're now in Stalin.
Are there any of you that want to skip Stalin's museum, by the way, and prefer free time? Okay. Don't know what it's called. Perfect.
Stalin. This is Soviet apartment, no? Soviet
no,
style.
It's not a Soviet apartment, no.
Soviet
it's
style.
like early 2000s.
Yeah.
Till 2010, where you see the flag of EU now in front
Yeah.
of that Reichstagish building, we just said Yalla and removed it.
This looks like the museum.
What's the name of this place again? What's the city?
Gori.
Gori, Gori.
Gori. Straight ahead is the Stalin Museum.
Oh, yeah.
And then over
We're walking in Gori, the birthplace of Stalin.
those are not the things that you need to include in your video.
It's
Steps,
okay.
Steps.
What is this thing? This looks like a city hall. Huh?
You asked the question, right? What did she say? Oh my
No, this is no, this is a different building, right? That's a different building, right? The one
No,
that we
that's the
saw.
same one.
Same one.
We just
Oh. Okay, this Gori. Sure. Gori, yeah.
This is a bank.
Oh, there's a restaurant here. There's a restaurant.
Probably, yeah. At the cross the street. Here, you have to cross the street. That's how if you want that restaurant, the restaurant, she said,
So, let's go.
sabi ko kanina, tulog siya. Bilisan natin.
Go.
Eh, ikaw na ba? Don't get this.
Okay.
May barbecue pa ba?
Yeah.
Tama na yun. Or just the lunch?
We're entering the Stalin Museum. the city again?
Gori.
Huh?
G-O-R-I.
Gori. We're in Gori. Gori, Georgia. Stalin Museum.
It's closed because we're virtual for tourists. For tourists, just parts of the exhibition is open.
Are we going to be here for an hour?
Hour and a half.
Oh,
Is there an entrance fee?
Yes, so tickets you can buy over there. So 15 lira.
yeah. The man.
Quickly going more towards Stalin, bringing him flowers.
This was the man who stopped Operation Barbarossa. Joseph Stalin. Joseph.
He looks like you.
Are you kidding?
Without the glasses.
I'm a Filipino. I'm Filipino. I cannot be a Georgian. We are in Gori, Georgia. Joseph Stalin.
Vissarion Jughashvili is born. Joseph. Vissarion is the son of Vissarion. Jughashvili, his last name, a very Georgian last name, definitely. He was born exactly here on this place right now in Gori. After we're done in the museum, we're going to see his actual house in the original location. He was born in local peasants' family. His father was from Tbilisi, Vissarion Jughashvili, and his mother was a peasant girl from here, from Gori, Ekaterina Keladze. The family lived in this house, this small replica of the house. They were so poor, peasants, so they were so poor that they didn't even own the whole thing. They were owning, but his business was not very successful, which is of course affecting his mental health as well. Is that Stalin actually died at a very young age because of smallpox. One died at the age of 6 months, the second one died at the age of 3 months, so very, very early. Stalin himself also had smallpox, but he managed to recover from it. So maybe the alcoholism slowly got him maybe a bit delusional. He was beating Stalin up when he was growing up, and he was saying that he believed that Stalin was not his actual son. He believed that Stalin's mother cheated on him, and his response was, well, how come, if you are actually my son, how come you survived but the others did not? When Joseph was approximately 8 years old, her father leaves the family and he moves back to Tbilisi. After that, Stalin and his mother moved from Gori, but we lose the trace. We don't know where they're going exactly. Growing up, Stalin was studying in there are some people that strongly believe that, and over here, there are poets in Georgia, in Georgia's native empire. People's patrons to us are really between.
But at that time, Russian Empire.
Who tries to get Russian language as Georgia's official language, but there was in poets print there he was writing poems. And India allowed him to print some strong characteristics. And famous 20th century Georgian poems and writing poets still study over there. That this is a good, I don't know, 30, maybe more centimeter pedestal. His actual height starts from here till this. He was 1 meter 65 centimeters tall, so pretty short guy. He was very short, especially for an average Georgian. Average Georgian is 1 meter 80, 85 centimeter male. And he was always very self-conscious of his height. I want you to remember any picture of Stalin, not a painting, a picture where you can see his whole body. Exactly. First painting that you see is Stalin himself in saying how bad Russian Empire became himself and the emperor himself. Meanwhile, the people were definitely getting how to work away. That he knew how to make people listen to him. He moves to Georgian freedom. Israel's and asks Stalin to continue robbing more and more banks to fund the Revolutionist Party. At the six times, he managed to escape his exile. Absolutely no one who's going to help him if anything happens. And while in his exile, he got the nickname that we know him with now, Stalin. Stal in Russian means steel. So he was named as the man of steel.
Russian Empire collapse. Lenin.
Yeah, there's no picture of Trotsky at all. I guess because Stalin hated him so much that, in 1957, the museum made it. This house is also something very interesting. This was a regular house in Tbilisi that belonged to a cute old lady. But this is where everything interesting was happening. And the Russian Empire collapses. Lenin was not here by that time as well, he's still in his exile, but he found out what was the situation, so he was getting a bit mad in his exile that he could not lead the first revolution. After Lenin's death, Stalin becomes the sole leader of Soviet Union. Initially, everyone thought that it must have been Trotsky, but we realized that Stalin gathered while he was emperor would have to collect him. So this is, for example, a Georgian actress, Piet 124. Where one guy sort of said it was a great power that he had. But after Stalin died, first of all, according to another one of his kids, now, initially, Stalin knew that the war was, but school now, okay, as I told you, well, United States, United Kingdom, Soviet Union, for two soldiers, they had one rifle. So two soldiers were running together with one rifle. If one of them was shot, a huge parade was held all through Soviet Union. They was in Enshrined. And with Ekaterina, Stalin had a son, Yakov, from Georgian wife. But unfortunately, Ekaterina dies very soon after that, killed by Nazis. On this part of the museum, you can see like a photo collage of Stalin throughout the different times of his life. From the time period he was studying smallpox that what if you take a look there's theory, you can see the books that he read over. Alrighty, in 1953, March 5, Joseph Stalin passes away. A huge mourning is announced all across Soviet Union that their great savior is dead. Honestly, some people had to mourn because they were scared, but some people were truly, absolutely devastated that Stalin died. First, Stalin's body was buried at Lenin's mausoleum, which is still a presentation of it you have over there. And when Khrushchev came into the power and the anti-Stalin propaganda began, his body changed. Still till this day, if you're in countries.
Yeah.
All the other parts of the house, so the whole neighborhood except his house, that's when this part becomes.
Stalin's house. Stalin's house. Stalin's train. Stalin's train. The train.
That's the train that he was using whenever he was traveling. The train used to be bulletproof. The windows are absolutely bulletproof, so in case there was an attempt of assassination of him, he would be safe. Museum removed the bulletproof windows, so we don't have it bulletproof now. In the middle, the letters that you see is in Russian, stands for, it means FD. FD is encryption. It stands for Felix Dzerzhinsky, who was a Polish leader of TEGA, which was a pre-version of KGB. And Felix Dzerzhinsky was the one who made the train for TEGA.
Вот здесь была кухня, первое помещение это кухня. Здесь был технический персонал, военный инженер, за работой аппаратуру смотрел. Здесь была его охрана, два дежурных офицера, каждый часа они работали, менялись. Здесь был его секретарь, а вот здесь уже ванна, туалет и ход его спальный кабинет, помещение Сталина. Эти последние комнаты его. И вот здесь уже комната отдыха. Я вам скажу пару слов здесь. Кто может здесь спуститься? Где после революции попали в плен?
That's the train. It's green, huh?
It is green.
They painted green. Stalin Museum.
Practically, we had the history of
Whole Soviet Union.
the second part
Yeah.
of